Hello, nerds, and welcome back to Fields of the Dead, a Midwestern zombie apocalypse. It's season 2, and we've got a bunch of our main cast. We are missing Jonah, but we have a bunch of our main cast back with us, which is very, very, very exciting. Before I get too far ahead of myself, though, I am going to pass it to Merm for introductions.
Well, that was me. That was so fast. Excuse me. Hi, everybody. My name is Merv. I use they, she pronouns. And tonight, I'm bringing back Deborah, everybody. 50-year-old white woman who's trying to survive the zombie apocalypse and who didn't. Last season was great. I don't know. Just a lot of great stuff happened last season. That's all I can say. And I think I said she used she, her pronouns, but if I didn't, that's her. And oh my gosh, I don't have it up. Next is Mary.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. Today I'm playing Eliza, whose pronouns are also she, her. She is our doctor and widow and is having a rough go. And I will pass it over to Natalie.
Right. Hi, everybody. My name's Natalie, she, they, and I play Kia, they, them. And Kia is an outcast that got stuck on the other side from their home from Canada. And yeah, they're just doing their best, being a little scrappy young adult who can't cope with people. So let's go. Next, I'm going to pass it off to Rose.
Hi, I'm Rose Blossom, or Rose for short. I go by any pronouns, and I'm playing Corvin, who goes by he, him pronouns. Corvin is a loner who is so out of touch with society, he didn't even realize there was a zombie apocalypse until like the first week. Until like after the first week. I wonder what he's doing now. I wonder if he's improved on his social skills. And I'll pass that on to Quinn.
Hey everybody, my name is Quinn. I use any and all pronouns, and I will be playing Chase, who uses he, him pronouns, who's just our certified little guy, which I'm learning is an archetype that I apparently play a whole lot. But this little guy has a lot of anxiety, so we're gonna see if he works on that this season. And yeah, since I am last, I will pass it back over to Sophia.
Hi everyone, I'm Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, we, and I will be your storyteller tonight. And I'm going to point your direction over to our chat real quick where you'll see links for our Discord, our... Did I put YouTube up there? I did put YouTube up there too. Cool. YouTube, and of course, right now, putting in our content warning. This is a general content warning for stuff that may come up within the show. You'll notice it's kind of long. This is a horror show based on The Walking Dead. Keep yourself safe, of course. Otherwise, I hope you're as excited as I am to hear our dearly departed monologue by Deborah.
Yep, that is me. Dear, I don't know what to call you. I don't know how to find you. I don't know where you've gone. What I know is I'm here, walking these woods, the heat making every last roll on my body sweat. The short hair helps with the back of the neck, but who am I looking at in the pond? Who reflects back at me in broken mirrors? I don't know who I'm writing to, because was I ever truly you? Were you ever truly me? Now I walk with purpose, more so than the garden ever gave that Dick would allow. I walk with blood on my hands, never my own, never, never, never living. Who were you? Who was us? Who did we become? I couldn't possibly tell them. Tell her. Tell her. Chosen as the one to protect, to watch, guard. I can't let a single one of them down. They're all counting on me. On the swing of this, on the sharp slice. Dear whoever I used to be. We're alive. For however long we walk, however long we fight. We aren't as one anymore. You and I. You and I, we aren't as one. The blood on my hands, not my own, but of one who I made go away. That's my monologue.
Amazing. I absolutely love it. Now, we're going to start with a little flashback with Chase. This is about 6 weeks from where we left off at the season finale, and about 2 weeks before what will be the present.
Okay.
We actually seen a version of this scene from Jonah's perspective, where Jonah only heard a tiny bit of the call, or of this argument isn't quite the right word. More begging. When we zoom into this room, Chase, you are packing, getting ready to leave to go on this adventure that you've decided you need to go on. And Cersei is in there with you. And Cersei is, Chase, please, just, I leave tomorrow to go infiltrate Sanctuary. Please just wait until I get back, and then we can go on this so I can keep you safe. Please.
Cersei, I appreciate it. I really do. But what is safe anymore? I mean, none of us are safe, and if there are really supplies out there that we could get access to, I don't want to just sit around and wait. I'm tired of just sitting around and waiting.
I know, but look, I would feel so much better if I was able to go with you. If you just,
We have no idea how long you're gonna be. I mean, Deborah's coming with us, and I know I'm not the best fighter, but it's not like I'm going by myself. And I've I made it a pretty far way to go and rescue Mac. I did come back from that in a coma for several days, but that's not the point. It'll be fine.
I really want you to be right on this point, and that'll all be fine. And I know you can do this. I have always thought that you were amazing, Chase, and I know that you can do this, and I know that you'll have help. I just feel so much better if you were there, and I really wish you would stop looking at me like that, Chase, please.
Like what?
I don't know how to describe it, but when you look at me like that, I just want to kiss you.
Chase does like, what I'm doing is in character. Chase just kind of stops functioning for a tiny
Mhm.
second when she says that. Um okay. There's a moment in his brain that he doesn't say out loud that's just okay, Mac was right. Is how he finishes that sentence. Out
Mhm.
loud, he looks back up at her. Uh you can if you want to.
I think there is a moment where Cersei does kind of the same thing, where like, her face goes blank and like her mind goes blank for a second, and then she kind of takes a half step back and puts a hand up in between you and goes, Chase, no, if we kiss, I'm going to fall in love with you. And if you don't or can't feel the same way, we can't do this.
Maybe this is not the best timing if we're getting ready to leave and to go in different, or maybe it is the best timing if we're getting ready to leave and to go in different directions and we don't know when we're going to see each other again. I've always liked you. I don't really tend to think about people like that until I've known them for a while. I don't and then when people like me, I don't tend to notice that like at all. Uh you can talk to Mac about that if you want to. Um it just it but I get the feeling that perhaps based on context and fitting this information into things that people have told me, you have liked me for a while.
Yes, yes. Since high school.
Oh, that is longer than I thought. Um, which is fine. But just I didn't. Sorry, I didn't notice. Okay, you. That's fine. Um, I I can't say that I have felt the same way for that long because I haven't. But I do like you, and I'm open to seeing where this goes if that's something that you want.
It is something that I want.
Okay, it's something that I want. You can ask Mac. I think the first thing that I said when, I ran into you again was that you were really pretty.
Uh, yeah. You say that she blushes. Um, co- Considering that we are both about to run off, we maybe should pick this up later, but it is something that I want Chase keep keep the radios close so that we can talk, I guess.
Yeah.
And we'll figure this out when we're back together.
When we're both back safe.
Yeah. Okay. Um yes. Stay safe and I will hopefully see you soon.
Yeah.
I need to I need to go pack myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then flustered Cersei will leave the room. Once Cersei leaves the room, what does Chase do?
Chase just stands there for a minute because that information is still processing and loading in his mind of like again the instant thought he had was Mac was right, but Mac was not the only one who pointed that out. I think I don't even remember. Everybody pointed that out. Everybody saw that except for him. And he is like filing backwards and putting together the pieces of like, oh, in hindsight, that's so obvious. I don't know how I missed that. And I do think that he puts a couple more things in his bag and he's gonna go and find Mac and just no context, just you were right.
That's good to know. About what was I right about?
Cersei.
um, yeah, that one. I kind of assumed what happened.
We were packing up, and she asked me not to go, and then asked, I said that she wanted to kiss me.
I'm surprised she actually said anything.
I mean, I'm glad I wouldn't have, so apparently, so I'm glad she did.
Yeah. So what does this mean?
Well, since we're both getting ready to go in very different directions, we talked about it. We're just gonna wait until we get back to kind of see where things go. Apparently, she has had a crush on me since high school, which is a little bit embarrassing that I never ever would have noticed that. Um, but yeah, we're gonna see where it goes when we're back.
That's amazing. Come on, we've got to finish getting ready.
We do, yeah.
And then we will jump forward to the present. Eliza, we left off with you. You had a plan to sort of a sting operation to follow a mysterious guy that you seen the night before. Correct?
Sorry, I think I missed something.
Oh, when you're zooming back into with Eliza the night before, or well,
Yeah.
the night we left off at.
Yeah. So I think Eliza's just was fit after talking to Juniper. Uh, she got all of her weapons, gear, uh, and is ready to go and do this like little stakeout to try and follow these jerks back and stop them from doing what they're doing.
Okay, you head out to do this. What is like? I know that your plan is to like follow this guy after they have this conversation, and try to see where he goes. But what is the plan to do this? Like, are you going to be waiting down the block in a vehicle to follow him? Are you going on foot? What's
So I think we have a vehicle ready in case they use vehicles. And she's probably part of the vehicle crew because she is not good at sneaking. She has people that are better at sneaking that are a little bit closer up. And she probably would have had to have been talked out of being the closer up group, but she wants this to succeed. So I think she's waiting in a vehicle to try and follow. Because what she is best at least with guns, is very much more of the sniper type. She's very quiet, patient, and that is kind of what her aunt taught her how to do. So I think she is basically going to try and follow to see if she can find a good place to start hiding, to eventually kind of like start tracking people. So she's just waiting in the vehicle, biding her time. I think she would try and keep Ren with her, just because of that, not necessarily constant oversight, but that little bit of overprotectiveness that she has is just going off like crazy, as this is incredibly dangerous and probably reckless and stupid.
Who's driving?
I think that she would trust Ren to drive so she can shoot
Okay.
should they need to. Because like she can drive, she's not the best at driving. She had a license.
Right.
And at least with her aunt, her aunt and basically what would have been Ren's grandparent basically had them driving at very young ages. So very much the country, like as soon as you can reach the pedal, you can drive whatever farm machinery. That is kind of how her family worked, at least.
Okay.
So she'll stay next. She'll stay in passenger side. Basically has her gun ready, but staying quiet and watching from afar.
That is good because since Eliza's not driving, I'm not going to ask for an endure roll. I do know that Eliza has not been sleeping much, so if you had been attempting to like follow on foot or be the one driving, I would have asked for an endure roll. But since you're not, you can kind of relax for a bit while you wait for this to happen. I'm actually gonna, let's see. Okay. You wait. Now, not everybody has an exact way to tell time, but this is a scheduled meet. They're supposed to be there, at a certain time. The guy's late. He's 15 minutes late right now. You don't see anything. The guy is just kind of standing there, trying, to stay quiet, not do anything that's going to get him noticed by any walkers or anything. Do you do anything? Do you get nervous?
I think that she is worried, not quite nervous yet, but it is that almost that level of being on guard, that hypervigilance kind of kicks in, because she's worried about her people out there and if how they could have found out somehow. But I think she's just watching, like using her training, using what Cherry had taught her of like look for any kind of glimmers of light in windows. If there's any kind of weird reflections, they could be like having a scope on you. Those kind of things are just running through her mind, going over the plan, because she knows if she springs the trap too early, she ruins the end that she has. So it is very much the game of chicken at this point.
Okay. Roll me a scout roll.
Okay. No successes. I'm gonna push.
Okay.
And then for just a reminder, for pushing, you add in the extra stress die.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a walker. No successes.
Ooh, okay. So you don't see anything. You don't notice anything. Another 15 minutes go by. Nothing's happened yet. This guy seems to be a half an hour late. And then 5 walkers stumble out of a nearby alley, heading right for your guy, your informant, because I still forgot to look up his name.
And is there any sign of no sign of anyone coming?
You don't hear any vehicles. You don't see anybody walking around.
I think that she's going to take a deep breath and just she looks at this little bracelet that she's made. That it just says WWCD, what would Cherry do? And she just like touches these little beads on the bracelet. And she knows the right thing would be to preserve life and take out the walkers. And I think right now she's trying to figure out a way to make it look natural, like people on patrol type of a situation. I think she'll like if we have the walkie-talkie radios.
Yeah.
Quickly she's going to like radio in to one of the other people that are the on foot people and just say, "Hey, does it look like those walkers were released on purpose or are they wanderers?"
Hold on, sorry. Roll20 is not letting me in. What is the deal? Okay. I don't have character stats. It's fine.
I can roll.
Yeah, but I don't know what their scout is, so without looking at their sheet, so it doesn't help me. Unless you, because you can, I don't think you can see Aiden's sheet, can you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can.
Oh, you can. What's Aiden's scout?
It-
Is it trained or untrained?
oh, you said scout is untrained.
Okay. Can you roll it? No, I'll figure out how
I
you
can
can do
try.
that damn thing later.
Oh. Oh, is there any penalty dice?
No.
Okay.
I doubt there's going to be any success. Untrained is not much of.
No. Yeah, there's no successes.
Okay. Can't tell from here. Only see the walkers.
I think she's very much gonna like basically she'll radio in, wait till the last second. If it looks like there's no other way, take out the walkers. But wait till the last second.
Copy that. And they wait until the last second, and then a group led by Aiden. I don't know who's in it, but they run up with mostly spears to be quiet and take out the lockers. And then Aiden radios you, Eliza. We got a problem. It looks
What?
like they were tied up. We got rope around some of them.
Fucking knew it. Okay, just get him back inside. This is a wash. We could be just abort and get back.
Copy. You coming back with us?
Yep. Yep.
We are going to pull out to wherever the rest of our group is. We'll find that out in a second. Chase, I want to know, how much did you tell the group about these supplies that you wanted to go look for?
If people are coming to look for stuff with me, Chase would have told them everything that he knows. He would have been a little bit embarrassed about it. But he would have told everyone that which, granted, everything he knows, I say as if he knows a lot of things. He knows that a while back, back when he was still at the coffee shop before he ever came to the hardware store, the person who had been his shift supervisor at the coffee shop was like the survivalist of their space. And she had a map that detailed where a supposedly fairly well-stocked supply of supplies was, and she was killed. And Chase had the map, and now he doesn't have the map. Because he lost it at some point, and he doesn't remember that much of what was on it. But he doesn't have it anymore, and he did, and that was the reason I believe as early as like the first or second episode, there is a scene of Chase like looking at the map that they had at the hardware store and like trying to piece together because this was just a map that she had hand drawn. This was not a like nice professional map. This was just Lena's hand-drawn map, and Chase was kind of trying to piece together her landmarks onto an actual map, and he never really could. So he's got a vague direction where he thinks stuff might be. And I think if he is asking people to come with him and risk their lives to find something that might not even be there anymore, that might have been cleared out, he doesn't know who else knew about this. He doesn't know how well hidden it is. He has very little information, but he would tell everyone this information at this point because he would feel too bad otherwise.
Okay. Y'all are in this makeshift convoy. We will talk about what that looks like in a second. Probably, presumably camping for the night. And I want to check in. How's Deborah doing? How does Deborah feel about what Chase has told her? What does Deborah look like now?
You know, Deborah's been a little bit more cognizant of how other folks feel about all the blood on, her face and body when she comes back from the woods. Just kind of taking her anger out and stuff. Obviously doesn't get it all. There's still some like leftover blood going down her neck. But less startling right now. Deborah seems much more like confident now. She her best to support Eliza during the funeral and burial and everything of Cherry, and was by her side through as much of that as she would allow. and old habits die hard. So every morning still wakes up before the ass crack of dawn, heads out into the woods, and kills any nearby walkers to keep everybody safe at the university.
And how do you feel about this convoy situation, this supply situation?
Yeah, I briefly remember, Chase and I having that conversation while we were at the hardware store, because there were a couple times where Chase and I would just kind of take laps around the Kmart parking lot, and so Chase would kind of just keep saying the same thing over and over again to try to, help him remember it. Obviously, that didn't help extremely well, but I digress. So, I mean, I'm on board just because, I've been hearing about this for like 6 months. There was like a 3-month period where Chase didn't bring it up, bring it up again. But like, if anything's gonna like take Chase out of the university area and take him out of there, I'm going to be watching his back no matter what.
Amazing. Kia, I mean, it's been a couple months. What does Kia look like now? And I mean, how are you feeling about this convoy situation?
Yeah, so Kia, still a little on like the gaunt and gangly side when basically when they're wet because they keep layers of clothes on. But they do have some built up muscle, like it's that like wiry muscle where it's a little more deceptive. Um, and their hair, of course, is longer, but now they just keep it all tucked under their hat. Um, and they just have always like this look of searching around without really any purchase on where to look until there's like a sound or something, or just being very aware of things. And just generally, every time someone starts walking too close to them, they keep sort of a boundary between them and the other person. For their feelings on this, I mean, when the conversation came up again, Kia just kind of matter of factly started marking out all the locations where they hit when they went on their solo run to try and find supplies. And sort of the internal monologue of that was, I wish I knew where to go the first time because so much had happened on their solo run. So when being on this convoy, it's a mixed feelings of, okay, I have people I'm with this time, and shit, I have people with me this time.
Okay. And Corvin, same thing. What does Corvin look like now? And how is Corvin feeling about this situation?
Corbin, I don't think he have changed a whole lot. Maybe his hair has grown out a bit more. But yeah, other than that, I think he's kind of just same old, same old. For better or worse. As for what he thinks, I don't know. It's just it's kind of, I think, sorry, brain. Like, I think he still feels like a bit of like the odd one out in like this group. Um and there's also the fact that like he's never really he's always been taking care of himself, so like this situation is like a bit new in that regard. So he's a bit of uncomfortable, even though he like acknowledges like logically speaking, this is important. This is something you have to do if you want to be considered like a helping member of this group. Um, but yeah, but he's probably just kind of sitting there.
Okay. And what does Chase look like now? It's been a couple months.
Two changes, only two. His hair, I guess this is technically 2 in 1. His hair is both a little bit longer, but I think the dye is worn off again, because he found the blue hair dye at the beginning of our first season, and now it's back to like just the ends are barely blue because his hair was already almost shoulder length. I think now it might be at shoulder length, and just those end parts are blue. The other thing that I think has changed, Sophia, if I don't remember, and this is if you're okay with it, because this is about an NPC, I think that at some point, he and Mac found rings, which I do think that he is wearing now, because they are engaged technically. I don't think that the idea of the wedding or any kind of wedding planning has come up at all since what happened to Cherry. But I do think that Chase is now wearing an engagement ring.
Okay. Lovely. And yes. As for like supplies and stuff, you had 2 months to kind of find stuff, and we're kind of going by the rules of the first season at the beginning, right? You had things you needed: tents, sleeping bags, stuff like that. You had stuff you needed to survive, and in this case, you were able to find the stuff that you needed to set up for this, right? So you have the vehicles you want. You have better radios specifically to be able to reach longer distances, as well as range extenders. You're still, at the edge of a lot of those distances, but you can get in touch with each other. As a group, what kind of vehicles do you think you would have gotten for this convoy?
I think there was that truck on the edge of town, right? That we saw near the biker bar.
Oh,
I feel like we would have.
yeah, Jonah and Cass had driven that back to.
Yeah, definitely that. And then honestly, for mileage stake, I'm gonna say like we found like maybe like a Corolla, like a Toyota Corolla, or like a Prius. Just because like we're gonna be driving for a while, and mileage is important in these trying times. Gas prices don't exist, but gas is scarce.
It's a good thing the prices don't exist given how scarce gas is, right? Any other thoughts? Assume within reason you could get any vehicle you think your characters could drive. So I'm not going to give you a Black Hawk helicopter or anything like that, but an RV or anything you might want like that.
It's been a few months. Deborah could have learned how to drive a helicopter. Fly a helicopter, sorry.
I think at most Kia probably would have also looked for a car that's good for off-roading just in case.
Okay.
Because they're used to like doing off-road hunting and stuff. So
are you thinking like, I don't know, like a Subaru or like a Jeep or?
Well, me, Natalie, the player, has no freaking idea.
Okay.
Let's do a Subaru. Let's keep it gay. Let's keep it in the gay family.
Okay. Yep. Yes, and you do not actually need to know exact vehicles. I may ask questions about like the type of vehicle, but like a Subaru gives me a pretty good idea of what it looks like for off-road vehicle.
How big is the convoy?
Well, I know for sure it's the 4 of you, and Alice and Mac, I believe, are with Chase. Dalton is with Jonah, being shirtless over there.
Ew, that's my brother-in-law. Ugh.
um, currently, Aiden is with Eliza, as well as Ren and Vivian. But I mean, any NPCs you want, including people you want to make up, can be with you. Like you can say, hey, like there was this person that we didn't interact much in season 1, but like they exist and they're with us, you know.
Ah, yes, disposable NPC number 28. How could we
1 through
forget?
27 are all dead.
So yeah, the size of the convoy is sort of up to you. But I assume you don't want it too big because then it makes it hard to travel around, especially travel around unnoticed, which is already hard.
Does 3 sound like a good number? Maybe 4? Or is 4 pushing it?
Yeah, I think we should stick with 3.
Okay.
I'm writing down the models that we have. So
So do we have 3 cars?
You
yeah,
said
we have 3 cars.
truck.
Yeah, we have a Toyota
Yippee.
Tacoma. We have a Toyota Corolla, and I'm looking up a model of a Subaru that would work, given our time frame. And the Corolla and Tacoma are like 1990s sort of makes and models. So
The stream was not
they're
sponsored
old
by
as
Toyota.
Probably could be if they wanted. If they wanted to pay us for that, we could be. Okay. Would for dinner, would you use like camping stoves to heat food up? Are you eating cold food? Are you starting a fire?
I mean, I mean, some of our characters might know there is like a way. There's like a specific way to like set up a fire where there's like little to no smoke.
Yeah, and minimum light that would come out from it. I think that's what Kia would know from like their trips of wild camping in woods, like with their family and stuff back in the day. That would make sense, along with
Hmm.
Corbin, I think. So we could definitely
Yeah, I think
have,
Corbin would know.
yeah. So we'd be able to survivalist sort out ourselves with everybody. Having like a low fire, maybe just a mix of heated foods and cold foods. So you're probably prepared to have like your typical tact/rations in case anything happened, but
Okay. In that case, I am going to ask for a survival roll just to gauge how well Kia sets this up.
Am I helping?
Uh,
Do I have to roll?
if you want to help, you
Yippee.
can give Kia an extra dice.
Sure. I can just declare that, or do I have to roll something as well?
You can just declare that.
Okay, yeah. I'm helping you, Kia. Or
okay.
Corbin would be helping you.
Been a while. So I was
And
like,
he wouldn't say anything. He'd just walk up and be like, hey, let me help you out. Something like that.
and then just a mumbled back, okay. Sorry, I was reading a thing. What bonuses do I add?
You get the 1 dice from Corbin
Okay.
for help.
One.
So I was seeing I have a talent called Scavenger. When you scavenge and roll survival, you get +2 rations for each extra success. So if I'm making food, does food fall under rations? Could I weasel this in?
Yes, food would
Okay.
specifically be rations, yes.
So we will get more rations if I succeed on this. Okay. Let's map this right. And hopefully roll 20 does it right. Okay, cool. I get 1 success. I get an extra ration for 1 success.
Okay. That means in this context, we will say that means that you make enough food for everyone. There's a little extra that you can save or split up among everybody.
Okay.
For context for people watching, ration is loosely defined in this game. A ration can be a protein bar or a candy bar. It's basically just you have some sort of food that you could eat for a meal, in theory, in a survival situation. It does not have to be a good or a complete meal. It's just something. So if you have 5 candy bars, that can count as 5 rations.
Yippee.
So gonna kind of let our convoy folks loose a little bit. What do you have any conversations? What are you doing while you eat and like get ready to rest for the night?
I think Corvin, considering he was helping Kia, he might say something. He might decide to talk to them. It's part of his, goals. So I guess while they've sat down, because they're done with all the stuff. So just clarify, it was a Tacoma, right? It's like a truck.
Yeah.
Okay. So he just kind of says, I used to have a truck kind of like that.
Oh yeah. Was it just work or general? You like having a truck?
It was he kind of pauses and then he eventually says, it was my dad's. I just used it whenever I needed it.
And he just sort of nods along a little bit. Just yeah. I get that. I used to use my dad's quite a bit too.
In a funnier universe, he would have said you had a dad too. But he just, in reality, in this wonderful reality, he just says, "Oh, cool."
Yeah. And then you sort of poke at the fire a little bit.
Are you saying this in front of everybody at the fire? Would Deborah be able to hear you?
Probably.
Yeah,
We're just mumbling at each other, but it might be loud enough for others to hear as we're eating.
Yeah.
Corbin, You've been with us for a little bit now. I don't know anything about you. What's up with you? How'd you end up here in Eau Claire, or, you know?
He's like a bit taken off guard. Um, but it manifests as him kind of just slowly looking over at Deborah. He doesn't say anything for like a few seconds. Then he's just,
Are you good, bud? Do you need some water? You know it's boiling on the fire right now.
I'm good. Yeah, I walked here.
Ah, crepes, so did I. Where'd you walk from?
My home.
Okay, so we don't know where you're from, so what's home?
Out of character, I don't think I ever clarified where exactly he used to live.
No, and I think when we talked about it, it was just kind of like a
Just a
cabin.
town.
It was just like a
He lived
like
near a town.
near a small town, but it was mostly just a cabin in the woods, somewhat
Eh,
near Eau Claire.
somewhat near Eau Claire. Okay,
Okay.
so like it could be Spooner if we wanted it to be.
Seems like
Yeah, it was.
So you're from like this, like if we're looking at a state of you know what is or used to be Wisconsin, like it's like you're on this side of the state then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I walked, so like you know how like Wisconsin's like a glove, you know, and Door County's the thumb. I'm from like where that thumb is, so I walked across the entire state of Wisconsin to get over here.
Oh. Cool. Like does like a little nod, like one of those like little nods.
Like the
Yeah, like kind of like taking it in, like yeah, cool.
you've been a part of this group for a while, but you know, I feel like I don't know ya, you know? I'm gonna be going out before dawn tomorrow if you want to come with.
I mean, knowing what I know outside of character, I don't know if that's a good idea, but Carvin doesn't know anything. Carvin's just a guy.
Garvin's just a guy. Deborah's like, hey, you want to come out to the woods with me tomorrow before the sun comes up?
Yeah, and he's like as he's speaking, his first instinct is to be like, not really, but he's reminding himself, so he's like, yeah, um, maybe, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to wake you up then. It'll be like probably an hour before the sun comes up. If you don't move, I'm gonna start kicking you.
Okay,
That's a joke.
okay. Huh? That's- I don't know if he actually does that. Maybe he does like a flash of like a little like I guess carving of the lip, like, oh that yeah, funny. Uh-huh. Like but like it's there 1 second, gone the next.
I don't think Deborah notices the first time.
Okay.
Okay, so Chase, where are we going again? What do you remember from the map?
We're going in the right direction.
Okay.
great.
What else you got there, bud?
Um, like a general area. Um, I think like Lena was great at a lot of things. Map drawing wasn't exactly her specialty. It was a lot of landmarks. I'm kind of hoping I'll know it when I see it. Like stuff will
What
just
kind of
kind of start to
landmarks are
look
we looking for
familiar.
then?
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't not knowing because we never actually defined any of what was on this map or any of what the local terrain would look like. Sophia, do you have also based on Sophia where you're sending us, do you have any ideas of anything that Chase might actually remember, or do you want me to make a roll for how much he remembers? I don't know how we want to decide what Chase actually knows here.
Boy.
Because
Are we
all I
going
remember our
north,
conversations
south,
was he does not
east?
know much.
Yeah, make a survival roll to try to remember a couple of landmarks.
Cool. Yeah, all we defined of what Chase knows was not a whole lot. So survival. That's not a lot of dice, gang. Like many of my characters, we question how they've survived this far. No successes. Got nothing.
Okay. Well, you remember on the map that there were a couple of rivers drawn on it and a lake.
Okay. Okay. Um Rivers and a lake.
Okay,
Mm.
so did you know that, like, you know how like Minnesota is the land of the 10,000 lakes, you know? So Wisconsin has more lakes than that. So I appreciate you were trying to remember that there's rivers and lake in your map of this, but that doesn't truly help. Which cardinal direction are we going, Sophia?
What was that?
Which cardinal direction are we going? Are we going north, south, or east? Or west? Because Minnesota's not right there.
Now you're trying to make me remember directions. I get the payback. You to be traveling in the correct direction, you would be traveling northeast ish.
Would we be following the Chippewa River?
Let me check and see which river this is.
This is bad because I know Wisconsin geography.
No, see, I'm literally looking at a map. I just need to know exactly which river I'm looking at because, as you pointed out,
Hell
there,
yeah.
there are several.
Hell yeah.
Are you gonna tell me, Google? You're not gonna tell me, are you? Oh yeah, there. Yeah. You're following the Chippewa River. You can follow the Chippewa River.
Real? Okay. Well, we'll correct the code. We're following the Chippewa River. That's great.
For context, technically, one of the rivers on the map is a creek, but Chase probably does not know that.
No.
Incredible.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I don't have more information. I honestly at the time when I had the map, it was right after everyone from the coffee shop had gone missing and Lena had just died, and I knew that like supplies were important, but I was kind of more concerned with staying alive when I was by myself. So I definitely looked at it, but it didn't really stick in my mind. Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. We're gonna get through this. We'll just keep, following the Chippewa River, go northeast a year, see what we can find. And there's a couple lakes, I think, that are on the Chippewa River, kinda. It's just how it goes, Again, we got
Okay.
more lakes in Minnesota over there. So
Yeah. I'll try and keep thinking. If I remember anything else, I'll let you know.
What is the sleeping situation like for the convoy? Do you sleep in the cars? Do you have tents?
Just pick the immediate image that came to my mind is just like the back of a truck where somehow Mac, Chase, and Alice are all like essentially on top of each other because there's not a lot of space.
Aw, that's kind of cute though. Calling close for warmth and companionship.
Little polycule huddle in the back of a truck somewhere.
Yeah.
I think Kia would have like a little camping spot outside because they'd be worried about opening car doors too much and making sounds. So they'd at least limit that for themselves and be on outside. Maybe make like a little spot where they're like whatchamacallit, just like a hideout area with lots of leaves and sticks piled up. That way no one can spot them right away, or if there are walkers around, at least smell them right away.
Because so I was thinking like maybe it could be a half. Like some people are sleeping in the cars just like in case we need to make a quick getaway. But then I'm also thinking like that's actually smart because like if like we if if humans come along, then they're more likely to look at the cars. Whoa. So anyway, that's just my thought process. I don't know.
I do assume that maybe one of you is staying on guard, but that is up to y'all.
No, we're all snoozing. No, I'm just joking. That would be irresponsible. So who's taking first watch?
I know Deborah's definitely taking last watch just because, like, she goes out and kills walkers for fun on her shift.
Yeah, Kia can be first because it'll be a while before they get to a point of being like exhausted enough to fall asleep.
Okay.
Carvin could go next because, like, I think he should get like sleep before he has to wake up with Deborah.
Okay. Does Chase, Alice, and Mac usually like share a space?
Yeah, I think at this point, yeah. Even though I know Chase and Alice aren't dating or in any kind of relationship and didn't super well know each other before this, they've become a lot better friends, and it just practically makes sense for them all to, to surround the anchor in this, which is Mac. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that they are almost always in the same space, especially now that they're on the road, so to speak.
Yeah. So is it a car that the three of them sleep in, or do they have a tent or something?
My first instinct said car, and who am I to argue with my first instinct? So yeah, I think they're in one of the cars. Because it sounds like we're doing a mix of in the car and out of the car in terms of sleeping arrangement. So
do they do they claim a specific car, or I'm just trying to like get an idea of what's going, like what this looks
Again,
like.
my brain immediately went, well, there is a Subaru.
That is fair. That is
I
fair.
also drive a Subaru, so
Madam, what kind of Subaru did you decide is the group has? Did you hear me, ma'am?
Merm.
Sorry, say that again.
What kind of Subaru did you decide the group has?
An Outback.
Of course, it's an Outback.
Yeah,
I mean, that
it has to be
actually-
off-road. The other Subarus from the 90s fucking suck for off-road.
that is true. Though some of them are actually pretty good for not super big vehicles. Is it a modern one or an older one?
Nah, it's like from
Modern
2002.
Okay. Mostly
Yeah,
because
it's
I
an older
can
model for sure.
mostly because I can look up and see what this exactly looks like, so I can.
I'm gonna look it up now too. I'm really curious.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
gonna give this a good one. I mean, the Toyota Tacoma is pretty nice. Like a 1997 Toyota Tacoma, solid. Toyota Corolla from like 2001,
Yeah.
not super solid. Subaru in any year, honestly, kind of solid.
Also,
Kinda.
just the polycule huddle in the back of the Subaru is deeply funny and also very cute. So
And honestly, see, and this is why I wanted to look up, because I know that modern Outlooks are more crossover SUVs, and some older models were more station wagon, and the 2002 is more of a station wagon, which is better for sleeping in the back of.
Yeah.
Was this vitally important information? Maybe not, but
Yes, it was. It absolutely was. We have a polycule that we're housing right now. We gotta know where they're sleeping. Because Kia, Corvin, and I are not anywhere near them at night. They can have fun. They can do whatever they want in the Subaru Outback.
And actually, I think as you head off for the night, Chase, Alice is going to grab you and go, I know this is maybe a little inconvenient to do this now, but do you think you could maybe sleep in one of the other cars just for tonight?
yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, no worries.
Cool. Thank you. And we'll like give you like a one-armed hug and then like race after Mac if Mac's assuming Mac's like ahead of you.
Yeah.
Then we are going to go back over to Eliza. Eliza, did you go? You were going back. Did you go back to Spectrum or did you go back to the university?
I think she went back to Spectrum. Mostly because I think we need to regroup and figure out if there's another mole. That is what she's primarily worried about.
Okay.
So I think she would go back, try and meet with Tasha again, fill her in with the goings on.
Okay. So you're in this room talking to Tasha. And Tasha, are we sure this isn't just a? Are we sure this isn't just a punishment that like it was just an attack on him for failing, and not?
Honestly, I don't know. But they gave him one more chance to go and get it. He arrived at the spot, and then a bunch of zombies were released. And they didn't there was no one there that we could see.
Okay. It was definitely a trap, but there's no way to know why it was a trap, right?
Exactly.
Oh, I don't like this, Liza.
Sorry. I know it's a lot on your plate now, so if there's any way I can help. Also, she reaches into her bag and she's put together it's like a salve that has different herbs in it that she's found to help with her nerve pain, and she pulls it out of her bag and it has like a nice little bow, like a little present, and she just says, "Here, I the first couple months can be a bitch. I'm not gonna lie when it comes to an amputation. Um, this
Oh,
works for me."
um, wow. Thank you. I will. I will. I will try it. Thank you so much. I'm. I haven't. I haven't been sleeping great. I'm tired. I'm having trouble processing all of this. Eliza, this is not good. But I'm not sure if we err on the side of caution and think that we have another mole, or if we proceed in a different way. But either way, I think we have to present in some sort of caution, and we have this unknown, possibly dangerous element out there, and we have people out there, and
We can't take on more than what we have right now. We can't expect what is going to be out there. They are capable. Whatever happens out there will happen. We are not in control of that. Do they have any kind of walkies or
yeah,
radios?
yeah, we got radios with them. Yeah.
Okay. I can go radio. And she just kind of stretches a little bit and just says, look, I can try and come over here a bit more and help. Okay.
Okay.
I know it's a lot and you need to rest.
My,
And even though it's practically impossible, I get it.
you look by the looks of it, you need to rest too. I'm also like before Dalton left. Dalton did his best to patch us up, but I'm with this element. I'm also worried about the security of this place. We're low on people. Because we're worried about the security of this place. Aiden cannot keep staying up all night by himself.
Mhm.
I don't know what to do.
If
Is there enough space at the university?
there, from my knowledge, do we have enough space or could we like make it work? Is there, from what we've cleared out?
It would be tight, but you could make it work.
She'll just say it's gonna be a little close quarters for a while, but we've almost got the floors done. There's a few more floors left, and that building is clear.
Okay. Maybe we should make that a priority. Put everybody on it, get those floors cleared, and get people moved in over there where we hopefully can defend better than a few pieces of plywood.
Yeah, that's why I've been working so hard at it.
Yeah, I'm. You should also know that between me and the people who were sick, we're starting to run low on antibiotics
Yeah.
as well as food and stuff. That's why That's why I didn't argue with Chase when he wanted to leave and go find these supplies.
Well, I get it. Okay. Sometimes you just can't make a good situation. So,
Yeah.
but I've been able to manage. So,
Just. We both need to make sure, I think, that we're not just managing, we're supporting each other if we can.
there's just like this feeling of almost like hurt in that moment. Very much because Eliza just feels so abandoned in this moment, and she just kind of gives a quiet nod and kind of says, I'll go radio.
Okay. Thank you. And after that, promise me you'll try to get some rest?
Yeah. And she'll leave. And there's part of her that is just angry and irritated, and she knows how much quicker it would have been if we could have just focused and gotten the college done. And instead we just all separated, and not only from the perspective of needing a safe place to be, but more than that, she needed her people, and they're gone. And she goes to the radio and put in their, I don't know if they have a specific line or station that they usually communicate to.
I would imagine so. I would imagine if it's not already set to that, Aiden has that information.
She'll like put the information in, getting it from Aiden. And very like hesitantly picks up the microphone, and very much the calming breaths of keeping the rage simmered down so she can get the job done.
What's your opening line?
Just checking in. Is everyone alive?
Kia, you were on first watch. Do you have the radio?
I suppose I would, so the others don't get woken up. So hearing that, there's just like a second where you hear like that return click, and just a quiet voice of Kia going, "Yeah, we're all accounted for. Over. Are you doing okay? Is everyone still good there?"
We're alive. Look, I wanted to give you all a heads up. There is a raider group out there that is causing problems. We had a mole, but they may be after you. Just be careful.
Copy. We'll try and get back as soon as we can. Working with little information, but hopefully it's one of those take a risk, get a big reward.
White knuckled against the microphone. Yep. We'll just fix our home. See you later.
Right. Over and out.
And with that, we will go to break. We'll see you in about 10 to 15 minutes. back with more Fields of the Dead. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye.
Asterix, wave Asterix.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back for more nerds or more Fields of the Dead. It is more Nerds of the Dice as well, but they're Nerds with Dice. Jesus Christ. Maybe we should go back to right. It is more Nerds with Dice as well, but welcome back to Fields of the Dead. We left off. Eliza talked to Kia over the radio. Thanks, Lisa. Thank you. We left off with Eliza and Kia talking to radio. Does Eliza actually go and try to rest after this?
No, absolutely not. No, there's work to do. There's things that need done.
That sounds stressful.
Like, look, this is at least what she has figured out in the last 2 months. If she gets to the point of I'm gonna pass out tired, that means actual sleep. So it's a win-win.
Nerds with Dice does not condone this kind of behavior. This is just what our players think.
We don't promote this kind of
Don't do this
behavior.
at home.
Yes, there we go. Do not take Eliza and Jonah's sleeping patterns as healthy sleeping patterns. Okay. In which case, roll in into a roll, Eliza.
Two successes, no walkers.
Okay. The dice really just want you to be able to keep going with no sleep. Okay. What do you try to get done then?
I think very much, at least I feel it's very much like she's got the cork board out and is trying to map out all the information that we know, to try and figure out if we can source where people went, like over the last day. Like we're going full like Sherlock Holmes style, trying to figure out how the heck this went so wrong. And really hoping it's not just the random, this guy wasn't useful. Like there has to be something. It's very much the I need to find meaning somewhere, not necessarily that it's there.
Okay. I will have you roll a survival. This does sound adjacent to investigating, so I will have you roll survival.
Oh, that's 2 walkers. I can't remember. Can I push when there's walkers in the first roll?
I believe you can push all the dice that aren't walkers.
Okay.
If that's wrong, Faye can yell at me about it later.
I was just thinking, where's Faye? None of us know how the game works because Faye isn't here.
No, we'll just keep the loss because I think like it very much makes sense with how exhausted she is. I can see how this could devolve. 2 walkers, let's go.
Okay. I'm going to, for the sake of this, I think the walkers make sense as Eliza putting things on this map wrong, right? Like a direction is wrong, or a place is wrong. Something on there is wrong, and I think we'll discover that later, maybe exactly what that is if we circle back to this. But something on this map is wrong. But as you're looking at this, Ren comes over with Cove in tow and has like a little tiny map rolled up and goes, hold on a second, and unrolls this little small map and then takes a pin and goes, that's where our people are right now. Cove and I have been tracking where they're going when they call into Aiden.
Okay, that's good to know. Just not understanding at all of the gentle hinting that is going on. She's very much in I'm gonna solve a mystery mode and not picking up any kind of social interactions.
No, that is fair. And Ren goes, based on where they were, Cove was able to map out a course. We should be able to head them off if we leave in the morning. And judging on the direction they were going, we should be able to meet them roughly in the spot they'll camp.
And I feel like this is tired Eliza brain going. Why are we trying to meet the people that want to hurt us at a camp? As she's just like drinking the like trying to check their like the drink of coffee when there's nothing left in the cup, and then you look at the cup and you're very disappointed.
I guess, you know, I never did ask this, I don't think. If I did, I don't remember. Does Ren have a nickname for Eliza?
I don't know if we've established one. Probably, I would say, but probably very in the kid way of like cannot pronounce certain words is probably what was called. He hasn't used it in forever. But very much like I'm too big and strong to use that stupid name. But yeah, probably like Aunt Zaza or something.
Okay.
Or Zaza is probably what she went by when they were teeny tiny.
Okay. I love that. And I think Ren is going to pull that out now and just go, Zaza, one, you need to sleep. Two, I'm talking about meeting up with our people. The university is going to be fine with everybody's help, but we should find those supplies and get them back here. And they need our help.
I won't deny that they probably need our help. And she just pinches the bridge of her nose as she's thinking, and then she'll say, I know that we have help now, and that is great. I don't want to run from my problems.
Which problems do you think you'll be running from by going to get our people and get them home?
Yes, that they will be able to work on the home, and I get that. But leaving before it's done feels like I'm not willing to see through. It feels like I'm running away from the hurt and the pain that's here. And I'm trying to process it, and I'm getting through it. and I just want to succeed at something, and I don't want to feel like I am just going off on a new adventure. I don't want to abandon people.
Just because I want to check, this is the first. Well, this is like the first time Eliza has been back to Sanctuary, or not Sanctuary, Spectrum since, correct? At least since everybody left, if not
Since everybody left, yes. She would have been like all in to save Sanctuary before that. When everyone left, that's when she basically was like, fine, I will help Sanctuary because they can't help themselves. Like in the very messed up thinking that is.
Right. But so everyone's gonna feel like, Eliza, this is your first time back to Spectrum since they left, and I know you don't want to abandon this project, but it is not abandoning the project. It is. How do I say it? How do I want to say this? It is delegating the the project. You are a leader, and I don't know. Maybe Tasha won't like it, but I seen the inventory logs. I see how exhausted you and Tasha are. And it's not an immediate fix. We won't be able to get them back right away. And we'll still be down Jonah and Cersei, but if we can get some of our people back, we can figure out how to work together again, and it won't be all on you anymore. That's how we finish the project.
She very much is trying to keep herself calm, trying to fight the feelings of why do I have to be the one to fix things? Why do I have to be the one to search them out? And then she just says, do you want me to go? Because that is about all. That is probably the only way that I will go. I don't want to do it for them. I don't want to do it for other people. I will do it for you.
Ren takes a moment and so, I don't want to force you, but yes, I do want you to go because I want to go, but I don't want to leave you.
Okay. I will get packed in the morning and I will go.
Okay. And Ren will give you a gentle hug and be like, and please sleep.
Okay. I'll use the meds.
Thank you.
And I think she's going to get up and just very much so frustrated. And it's the type of turmoil where you don't know the words. You don't know the words for what you're feeling. There's just rage and anger, and there's that feeling of loss. And she's just going to go back to her room, angrily take her sleep meds, because she just kind of looks at how many she has left, and it's not much. And she knows that if she's going to be out and about, she's basically going to use up all of her supply.
Okay.
But she kind of like takes that in hand of like, at least tonight will be an easier sleep. And she'll take the meds, kind of noting the sacrifice that not everyone knows, and she's going to go to sleep.
Okay. Honestly, I feel like I should like let you mark off stress or something for getting some rest.
Getting rest, self-care.
Actually, I think you know what? Time is passing. You are resting. I believe it is in the rules that I can let you mark stress off for that. So, if you wish to mark off the stress, go for it.
I'll take it because I'm at 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that Eliza had quite a bit of stress from last time. Convoy, folks. It is the next morning. Deborah, I imagine. Where do you take Corvin when you get up? What does that look like?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna head over to the river, see what's around there, because if we can find any sort of fish or anything that isn't the singular protein bars that we brought for the few days that we're gonna be eating for the next few days. It's a twofer.
Okay.
We love a twofer. I love a good sale. So
I need to refresh myself on some info real quick.
you're good.
Do you have like fishing poles or something to fish with when you?
No. I just got like my machete that I can make into a spear, like a stick spear.
Okay.
So I'm just figuring shit out, you know. The important thing is that Deborah's trying, you know. A little
Okay.
too confident for her own britches.
Yeah. Roll me a survival roll to see what you can
Alright.
potentially find.
That's 5 dice. That's a pretty good chance for stuff. I also got a dice tray, so it's not gonna fall on the floor. It almost fell out. That's beside the point. That's I'm not rolling with any stress because you said it's been a few,
Correct.
like a month or two, right? Since
yeah,
the
it's been a
season
few
1
months.
finale.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Okay. So then that is not happening. So that is no successes, so I'm gonna push. All right, no walkers and a single success.
Okay.
Oh wait, I could have helped. Dang. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, good. I could just roll an extra d6 right now. So that's what the help action does. If Sophia's okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to.
All right. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
No. You're good. I rolled a 5, so
Okay.
just a singular success.
You don't. With that roll, you're not going to get any fish, but I do think you get lucky, and that you find a small patch of wild blueberries.
A small patch of what?
Wild blueberries.
Ah, cripes. Hey, Corbin, you know, My family's Finnish, and so we're from the way up north, like on the border between the Wisconsin and Michigan up there. And we used to have a bunch of blueberry farms. Some of them, these wild blueberries right here, and then the others, the ones that you find in stores or whatever. So we could bring some back for that group.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sick. And then I want to actively look for a walker.
Okay. If you're actively looking for one, yeah, you can find one. You know what? Actually, I think you're by the river, correct?
Yeah.
So I think there's just like one like stuck in like a muddy or like marshy area near the river.
All right, Corbin, show me what you can do. It's not even mobile, so you'll be fine.
Sorry?
The walker over there. Show me what you can do when you have to face a walker like that.
Okay. Like, he's like a little confused. Because, like, I mean, it's a defenseless. He's thinking in his mind, like, it's a defenseless walker. What is this gonna prove? What is this all about? Yeah, I guess he'd tax it.
Okay.
Just,
Close combat.
oh, close
Roll
combat.
Yep, close combat.
Okay, if I'm doing this right, did that work?
I don't have roll 20 open. Sorry, I'm
Oh,
having.
oh.
single success.
What was that? Ma'am?
Single
Yes.
success.
Okay. Cool.
If I did that
Yeah,
right,
one
I just like click on the close
Mhm.
combat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't have any stress, right? Because like it's been a while.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. The convoy group.
Yippee.
Well, Deborah does now because Mern pushed, but yeah, y'all don't have your stress. Yeah. So you take out the walker. No problem. If I remember correctly, Corvin uses a spear, correct?
Yeah, I have a spear and 2 pistols. Although I think one of them was borrowed, so at this point I think it'd just be pistol and spear.
Okay.
But yeah, he'd use a spear in this case.
Yeah. So you jab the walker and take it out. Deborah, what is the plan for getting these blueberries back? Do you try to find a bucket? Do you just like, I don't know, carry them in your shirt or?
Yeah, I think this is how we used to do it back home. And then I fully just take my shirt off and then just start putting blueberries in and then like eating a lot of the blueberries as
A
well.
lot of the blueberries.
Obviously, if you're comfortable. I don't want to make you feel weird. Wait, I think I've already made you feel weird. Sorry. Is this okay? It's really hot out too, so like,
I mean, he is like a bit chocolate. He didn't expect that, but he would just blink once and be like, "Yeah, okay, that's fine."
All right, cool. Can you carry some blueberries back too? We got, there's the 3 cars, so we gotta grab quite a few blueberries so everybody can have some.
Yeah, sure. I think he'd like do it where like he'd like pull his shirt out like a little, like the bottom half of it, to kind of like make like a little
Mhm.
little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So got folks or anything still alive or anything like that?
No.
Sorry to hear that, but I hope our group can kind of not be your folks, but be at least some folks that you can trust in all of this.
He kind of he just grunts if you could hear that. Because I don't know.
Ra- Go.
Oh no, yeah, just if I grunted, but I thought I'd say it as well, just in case the mic didn't pick it up.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Got anything on your mind or anything like that? It's not like there's one person kind of running the whole show, as you probably have seen, but you rely on each other, so definitely want to extend it out to you as well.
He nods a little bit, that little nod, and he's like, "Okay, thanks."
Yeah, no problem. Let's head back to get everybody their blueberries.
Okay. Early morning. What does the early morning look like for Kia and Chase?
Yeah, I mean, Kia gets up at a decent time. Like the second there's daylight, I think they're used to operating on short sleep when they're out camping. So they're just sort of cleaning up whatever stuff needs to be cleaned up to make it look like they weren't there. And it's just once in a while looking at Chase and the others and then looking back at just what they're doing.
Yeah, Chase will start to find whatever he can do to be helpful, but I do think that the immediate thing upon waking up first that happens is Chase going over, rolling out of the backseat of whatever car that he slept in, going over to the Subaru and just very awkwardly, despite the fact these are the two people he is closest to in the world who he knows for a fact are alive, and just kind of taps on the back of the car a couple of times to see if Mac and Alice are awake, if he can say good morning to them, but he doesn't want to interrupt them either, so just kind of very knock knock, and he will wait to see if they are awake yet.
I think Mac is, but Alice isn't, and and Mac will he will just give you a wave.
I think this is badly done, but through the, because I'm looking at the picture because it was actually super relevant that we found this. I'm trying to look at the is there whatever through the glass of the back that I can see in is gonna mouth at Mac, basically I'm gonna go get food, do you want me to bring you some? I don't know how much of that Mac picks up. Are you gonna roll?
I did actually. To which Mac just gives you a confused look, and then I tend to do the thumbs up, just I don't know what you said, but I assume it's good.
Cool. Then yeah, the first thing that Chase is gonna do with his morning is just go and grab the protein bar, whatever, and get one for himself and get something for Mac and Alice and bring it to them. And then, assuming that we're getting ready to move on from this space that we're getting ready to keep following the river and going a direction until we find something, we'll start helping to pack stuff up and put stuff away.
Okay. Deborah and Corvin, I assume you were heading back with the berries, so this is what you come back to.
Do you two had any luck out there?
Blueberries? Not, feeling or nothing like that, but, something for a sweet tooth.
Yeah, I heard they have antioxidants or whatever, so
What do antioxidants do anyway?
something doctors say.
Something. I'm not a doctor.
Neither am I.
Eliza would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now that we're all up, and I feel like Kia would have said this to those in rotation, but they'll repeat it again. We had radio from Eliza on my shift. She believes there's a group of raiders that might be on our tail. So we're going to have to be extra cautious, keep eye out for whatever.
Yeah. You want to rotate the back of the caravan?
Kia's just like thinking for a moment. They're not used to taking charge on things, so like, yeah, we can rotate that. Keep eyes fresh. And if there's enough of us, and maybe if we split up how many people are in each car, make sure there's always one person driving, one person looking out.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because there's the three of us, then Chase and Alice, and probably one more. Just to make it an even 6, so there's at least 2 in a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can just do that. Fall back every, couple miles. Just kind of do it like when they did the bicycling stuff, the races and whatever on the teams, and they would just like rotate. And I miss television. I'm gonna be so honest. It's so boring.
Those little things we take for granted. Oh, I miss school. It's weird. I miss it though.
Where are you studying?
I didn't get to make it into college. I had to get into work right away, but I miss, just miss it.
I could teach you the little things I know about, like the area and stuff, because I know you're displaced from Canada.
Yeah, got pretty far. I did.
Yeah. Happy to teach you stuff about the area though, so just let me know. Can keep your mind sharp.
I appreciate that. I mean, some things we share, but I guess just the lay of the land is more the important thing.
Yeah. Also, to survive, you gotta know what's around here. Mushrooms and berries and whatnot.
Yeah. All right. Has everyone eaten? Are we all ready?
Yeah, I'm good to go whenever.
Yep.
Should we well, there's 4 of us. Obviously one of us to each car, so we can keep an eye out.
Yeah. All right. I guess we'll start piling into cars. How do you want to divide up the people? Kia can drive.
Deborah can wait. Hold on. Hold.
At least I think Kia can drive. They better.
Let's see. That's mobility, right, Sophia?
Yes.
Decent. Kia can drive.
Whoever's riding with me should be the driver. Not
Chase would actually be pretty. Chase would be pretty good at that. Didn't you flip the car last time you drove?
Okay, it wasn't a car, it was an RV, so it's top heavy. It's different, okay? I could probably drive that Toyota Corolla right into the ground in a good way.
Clear.
I think Corbin would try to be in the same car as Kia, because I think got some sort of connection going on there. Just 2 introverts being like,
yeah.
Yep.
We're just quite grunting in the car, like,
mutual understanding.
So then, Chase, do you want Mac or Alice in the car? Because then I'm taking the other one.
It doesn't matter. Wait. So I'm driving one car. I think Chase will look to Mac or Alice and just do either of you want to drive? or think that you would be a good driver. I don't know. Because whoever doesn't want to drive should come with me. I think is how that sounds.
1 second.
Making Sophia consult the character sheets.
No, I'm not, because I can't remember my damn password for some reason,
Oh yeah.
and I don't want to take the time to reset it right now. But I flipped a coin.
Also works.
Yes. And Alice goes, yeah, I would prefer not to drive if I don't have to.
Okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. Then, Deborah, did you, like, I know I offered to drive. Did you also want to, or?
I'd rather be lookout. I'm better at that.
Okay, then, Mac, are you okay driving? You can drive and ride with Deborah?
Oh, yeah, no, that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, and then I'll drive and Alice will come with me and be lookout.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, I think we're good.
All right, let's hit the road.
And I do want to say that, like, mobility doesn't, like, a low mobility or no mobility doesn't mean you can't drive. It just means that,
I'm bad at driving.
yeah, like, in a highly skilled driving situation,
Yeah. Which this
like,
might turn into.
yeah,
Because there's
you're
radars
gonna-
on
you're
our
gonna-
ass.
You're gonna struggle. Like, if you had to avoid a deer, you might end up in the ditch more than avoiding the deer, right? Like, that's the kind of thing you're talking about for skill. And that might come up. This is Wisconsin.
Yeah, it
Who's-
is.
Who is the main navigator?
Obviously not Chase.
I was
I
going to
think
say, though, you need to remember your landmarks and where to
Yeah.
go.
I think right now
Oh,
it's
no.
Deborah, because Deborah knows that we're following the Chippewa River until we hit a landmark.
Chase is
Okay.
the backup navigator who's just desperately like, does any of this look familiar?
So then Mac and I in the I think we're do you want to drive the Subaru?
Sure.
Okay, then Mac and I will take the Toyota Corolla in the front.
Okay. So, thinking about this, you certainly aren't as far away from the university as maybe, like, you would be normally. It's not as easy to get around anymore. You have to make detours. Maybe you went the wrong way at first, whatever it is. But I do want to know, are you on the north or the west or east side of the river?
Are we like out of Eau Claire right now at this point?
Yes.
Okay. How are we past Chippewa Falls?
No.
Are we okay? So we're in between. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I'm looking at a looking at a Wisconsin
I'm
map right
literally
now.
looking at the map as well.
Honestly, I think we're on the west side. If we're doing like university stuff, we're probably taking F north to 29, or like that offshoot of 29. that like goes right into Chippewa Falls. Not like the main highway, but the old highway.
Yep. Yeah,
'Cause
I
I'm
know exactly
consulting
what you're
now.
talking. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's right. Jeffers Street to F.
Okay. In that case, I am going to put you specifically near Jeffers Park, actually, just because I think that makes a good place for you to have stopped to camp for the night. And then you can pull right back on onto F.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Oh, okay. Perfect. Yeah, I know where we are then. Consulting the map.
Sorry, that got really into the two Wisconsin people figuring out exactly where you are.
This is what happens when two Wisconsin people who have lived in this part of the state start to navigate. Gotta get it down to the highway.
Our few viewers who are from Wisconsin are going to be watching this like, oh my gosh, I know where that is.
We can only hope. Okay. I am going to have you then, Deborah, roll a survival roll for navigating from this point.
Can I argue advantage because
Local?
because I'm local?
I will give you a bonus die.
Okay, a
It'll be
bonus die.
nice
I'll
to give
take.
you a
I'll take a
bonus
bonus die. I will happily take. Oh, I have stress. I forgot. That is 2 successes and no walkers.
Okay. 2 successes, no walkers. I mean, wow. You drive down F, no problems. and you make your way over to 29, and you are headed towards Chippewa Falls. Is Deborah's plan to go into actual Chippewa Falls or go around it?
I think go around it just because liquid soda kind of exists, and we're just trying to get to the north side of town to follow it back up north.
Okay. Chase.
And I think
Yep.
we're not going to use any of the like state highways either, like the freeways, expressways, whatever.
Right, you don't want to be on 53.
No, not at all.
Okay. So you are headed that way. Chase, I'm going to have you roll a survival roll to see if any of the
Yeah.
landmarks you may remember from this.
Yeah, I have so many dice in that. So high of a chance.
Hey.
Oh,
you
hey,
never
no,
know.
actually, one success. I rolled a 1 and a 6.
Amazing. That is beautiful. As you drive down 29, Chase, you see a sign. It's a little beat up, but you see that it tells you that the Irvine Park Zoo is like you're going the right way. And you remember that she'd written zoo on the map.
Okay, that's a good sign. I'm assuming we have a way of radioing between the cars. Like we have a way of communicating.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, not just like communicating with Eliza and the folks back at the university, but between the cars. I will have Alice hold the radio because Chase is driving, but I will let everybody know if we're going toward the zoo, then Chase will just, I think, in the just most unhelpful way possible, we'll just like get on the radio and be like, we're going the right direction with no context.
I'm gonna turn to Mac. In hearing that, Mac, you know what that meant? Do you have any idea what Chase just meant then, right there? Hey, what do you mean we're going there? Right? Do you know anything? Did Chase say anything in his sleep? You know, like I just want to know.
I don't know anything about this. I mean, I'm assuming it means Chase has seen something that makes him think we're going in the right direction. Do you want me to
Okay,
ask
great.
for context? Do you want me to ask him?
No, I can do
Or-
that. No worries. No, don't worry. And then I get my radio out. Chase, what'd you see? Can you be a little bit more descriptive? Over and out.
Yeah, no, there's a sign for a zoo, and there was a zoo on the map. And there can't possibly be as many zoos around here as there are lakes.
That's true. There's it starts with an I. There's like an I zoo or something like that in the area. So we'll go that way.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going that way according to the sign. So
Yeah. Follow the zoo signs. Okay. Kay, did you hear that?
Yeah, I did hear that. And wait, just double checking. Do you still want me to avoid the city, or do you want me to cut through it? Will get us, if there's no obstructions, it would get us to the park faster.
I don't want to take yeah, we'll take the alternate 53 so that we're not on the highway. Because I can't imagine that the highway is cleared even in the slightest in this. So we'll take the old Highway 53 to 124.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah, I know where we're going. And we'll drive on. Do you have any conversations in the car with anybody? Does anybody?
I mean, during that whole like exchange, because I assume we also have our own radio, being 3 separate cars.
Yes.
Kia's just like there, arm slightly off the window because the window's down, trying to get air because it's hot. Other hand on wheel, just listening. Looks over at Corbin, hearing the conversation, shrugs, looks back forward.
Yeah, Corbin would have shrugged back.
Just following the cars.
I think I'm just gonna. Deborah's blunt. Deborah doesn't have a filter. This is Deborah we're talking about here. Looks over to our boy Mac. Who has the other ring?
I'm sorry, ring? Oh, ring. Chase.
Oh, so Chase did follow through with that. Okay. Nice. How are you feeling? You feeling good? Are you like, is it like wedding bells ringing right now? Is it just you're happy together? You know,
Right now we're happy together, and I think processing a few things that had happened. Still excited. Was more excited before what happened. I mean,
yeah.
Cherry. So
Yeah. Oh, that happened before Cherry.
Well, we had talked about it before. Yeah.
Oh, was
Yeah,
it like right after the wedding or?
I mean, technically, we weren't going to tell anybody, but we talked about it just before the
Oh,
wedding.
oh, wow! You're just really
Um,
on it. Nice.
yeah. I mean, the rings are new, but yeah, we had talked about it.
Well, I am happy for you, and you and Chase seem very happy together.
Yeah, we are. Thank you. How are you doing, Deborah? This is literally the longest conversation me and you have ever had. So, like, I guess I don't know too much myself about you. How are you doing? Is
But
there?
what do you want to know? I mean, are you asking how I'm doing, or are you asking my life story? Because I got stories for both. You know.
I guess both. We got a little bit of a car ride, and it's just me and you.
Yeah. Okay. Mac, it's nice to meet you formally. My name is Deborah Kisnowski. I was born and raised in Anago, Wisconsin, which is rinky-dinkle down in northern Wisconsin. Yeah. I like blueberries. Yeah. Right now, I'm honestly doing great right now, considering, I'm walking, I'm breathing, I'm in a car somehow, some way in the middle of the apocalypse where, I don't remember the last time I had a cheeseburger or, anything that wasn't black coffee. Just I'm getting by, but I'm doing it in style, I think. So
Right. That is
there anything?
very good. I mean, I guess is there anybody you're hoping is still out there?
Well, remember when I kind of like went missing a little bit? I think it was for like a day or something like that. I thought I saw someone I knew.
Oh.
Yeah, it was in that like a clothing store, I think it was. Thought I saw someone from my past in there. And I was like, I thought you were dead. And then they responded and they said, I'm not dead, Deborah. You gotta come find me. And I was like, this is a strange hallucination. So I don't know if it was a hallucination, but her name is Cassie. She lived out here in Western Wisconsin. We were best friends. We met in college, and then I dropped out. She stayed in, and I got married to Dick, and now I'm not married to Dick anymore.
Oh. Oh, okay. Was that before or the apocalypse or
Dick? Yeah. Dick was before the apocalypse. Dick and I had been married for 30 years beforehand. So
yeah, just like so like the marriage ended before the apocalypse, or like
you got bit.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
We do not have to talk about this if you do not want to.
Sometimes you just gotta like air out your dick. And we're back,
Beautiful.
baby.
I can't.
Absolute cinema. Like we never left.
Yep. Just like
home. You just gotta air it out. Just gotta let her
when in doubt,
go.
air out your dick.
That's what I always say. And I was married to the guy. Yes, people say that. People say you gotta air out your dick.
Does it? Do Jason and Alice have any kind of conversation?
Yeah, I think that they probably talk. I don't know that they talk about anything. I think they have the zombie apocalypse version of small talk, because I think that small talk in the zombie apocalypse is a little different than pre-zombie apocalypse. But I think unless there's something particular that Alice wants to bring up, it is mostly just like, "Hey, how are you doing? Have you ever been over this way before? How familiar are you with this area?" Like kinds of conversation. Definitely I think they have comfortable conversation. Nothing like what Deborah and Mac are talking about. Alice and Chase know each other a little bit better, and they've been getting to be better friends already. So I think that they just kind of chat, unless there's something in particular that Alice wants to talk about.
I don't think so. I don't have a particular conversation that Alice would want to have in mind here, but yeah, I just a nice, pleasant little conversation as you drive.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Eliza, on your end, things are moving along. Tasha is mobilizing everybody right away in the morning, getting the university going, this project going. And actually, while most of them aren't the best fighters, they're, thanks to Deborah last season, most of them can work together at least to clear out some zombies, right? So you have, I mean, 10 or 15 people, which is a lot more than just Eliza by herself. This so like it's moving along. Ren is like ready to go, has the car from last night like packed up with some small amount of supplies, is ready to go, has the map, has Cove with him, and is ready to go because their plan is also to avoid the major highways, but basically try to, without hoping for no interruptions, shoot down Alt 50, the alternative 53, and attempt to catch up.
Oh God. Okay. Before we leave, uh, there's usually like a channel that like I'm sure we have different like radio channels so we can like speak to people, and for Eliza's radio, um, she'll like write out the channel, and before she leaves, she's gonna bring Tasha another one of those. It's a bit of a heavier duty salve. There's one that's sleep, and there's one that's for pain, because she doesn't know how quickly she's going to be back before the next one could be used up. And she has written on top of it is like a note of if you need a friend in the night. And then it has her radio. And she'll probably just like not wanting to interrupt too much. She'll like leave it on Tasha's desk in her room, just not wanting to get in the way. And also she knows like Tasha, very much like her, doesn't want attention brought to things. And so she'll respect that and leave the thing on her desk before she leaves.
Okay. does Eliza agree to the plan that that Ren and Cove have kind of laid out here?
It's better than what she could have come up with at this point, because she very much is we'll go slow, we'll get there when we get there, but by that time we would probably have no idea where everyone is. So she's going to trust in her nephew, and be there in case shit hits the fan.
Okay.
Not in an "I told you so" way, in a way of like, this is the learning experience. You did a good job planning this, and I'm gonna help you through whatever happens.
Okay. Do you let him drive as fast as he wants, or
Within reason.
okay?
Within reason. Like, I don't we're not going like 90 on the freeway, open freeway. Hopefully not.
Yeah, not quite that fast, but yeah, he is going to try to cruise along. Alt 53 or Business 53 is still kind of a major highway. It is not the freeway, not as packed, but there is still some like vehicles and stuff. So, but, and I'm gonna have Eliza make this roll, because Ren specifically doesn't actually have dice in this, but and I'll let you choose mobility or survival. For basically, this is just your navigation roll to see if you're gonna meet up with Deborah and the crew before they turn off.
That would be survival because mobility has no dice. And at least survival has one.
Okay.
And I am down to 1 stress from the double low rest.
Okay.
All 5s. That's rude. I'm gonna push.
Okay.
Oh my god. No, well, at least there's no walkers. It's just a failure. It's just a basic failure.
Okay. You go up this road, and I think you only miss them by just a little bit. For plot reasons, you only miss them for a little bit. You don't cut them off, but you do you do see like vehicles driving down the road in front of you where you would have intersected with them in Chippewa Falls, and you can assume that is maybe your people, because there's not that many people actually driving around on the roads now. So
Question, would we one thing like this would be like would have happened back a ways, is if we did refurbish vehicles of putting some sort of like bumper sticker so we could see who our cars were. Is that some like I'm happy to like spend anything I need to for this, just if that would help plot wise, because that's something Eliza would have definitely done, especially after losing Cherry.
okay, I like that. I will make you a deal. Take another stress, and I'll let you have it.
Done.
Okay. Yeah. So, in which case, you know what? I'm wondering if maybe you found some like magnetic signs that'd be nice and big so you could see them from a distance rather than a tiny little bumper sticker. And that is what you see on whichever vehicle Kia is driving, because I believe Kia was at the back, correct?
Yes, key is in the back.
Okay. In which case, Kia, do you notice that someone is following you?
Well, I'm focused on the road, and Corvin's supposed to be helping me keep an eye.
Corvin, do you notice that somebody is behind you following?
Can I roll for that?
Yeah, if you want to roll. That
What
would be
do I roll?
that'd be a scout roll.
Okay.
I mean, I could help. This is just like I look up and like change the rear mirror a little bit, see if I notice anything.
Okay, yeah. Add
Oh,
an extra dice.
So I'd put 1?
Yep.
Yes, +1.
I think I did that right. I just put 1. I didn't put like a plus or a negative.
You got a success! Yay!
Oh yeah. I got a success.
Yeah, that is all you need. You see a car driving upon you. You do see some sort of like magnet. I'm gonna say that it is on the hood so that like you can see it.
Wait, it has what on the hood?
It has a magnet, like a magnet sign on it that, much like Eliza had y'all put on your vehicles, so that they'd be identifiable. You do see one on the vehicle coming up on you.
Hey Kia, we got someone.
Like they reach up, adjust the rear so they can get a better sight on it. Look in the side mirror. Seems to be one of ours. I'm assuming like we can tell it's one of ours, but we may not be able to tell who it is yet.
Correct.
So he's gonna be very cautious. They'll just turn to Cora and be like, radio the others that we have someone with us in one of our cars. We're just, you and I are just gonna slow down, see if we can see who it is. And then
He'd let everyone know. He'd be on the thing like,
yeah,
"Oh
and
my
then
God,
Kia
a car behind us."
will like
It's like one of ours.
turn, yeah, and Kia will turn signal like kind of almost four-way for a couple seconds as they go off to the side and start slowing down to try and match the speed enough of the car coming up on us.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. You pull up alongside. You see Ren driving. Is Eliza in the passenger seat or the back seat?
I feel like Cove and Eliza take turns for drama's sake because I think it'll be interesting. Eliza will be in the back seat.
Okay. You can probably see Eliza in the back seat, and you do also see Cove. Now you would vaguely recognize Cove because you've seen them around Spectrum a little bit, but didn't interact with them much. They were just there, just like a face you'd pass in the hallway sometime. But yeah, you do recognize people that are in this car.
Okay, so I just give like a nod to Corman to again radio to say we recognize them, they are ours for sure. And then Kia's window was already down because they were just chilling with an arm out. So they're just kind of inquisitively hi because we weren't radioed about anyone coming.
Sorry, did you say you were radioing or?
Well, just for Corvin first to let the other cars, because we
Gotcha.
dropped behind to see who you were. That yeah, this is for sure our people, not someone in our people's car.
Yeah. So yeah, Corvin does that. He's like, all right, looks like it is one of ours.
Do you tell Deborah and Chase and everyone who's in the cars, or do you just inform them it's your own people?
Oh yeah, he'd looks like who it was, Ren and Eliza?
Ren and Cove. I don't know if we can see Eliza in the backseat.
Oh, okay. All right. Looks like a running cove, I think.
Should we pull over with you? Is there any reason why they're on our tail?
I don't know.
Just Key over here, and he's just, well, you can slow down, but if you want to hold on, you'll check in with them. And again, Key will make like a signal that they're gonna stop before
Yeah.
pulling over.
I'm gonna inform Mac to pull over as well.
Okay. My question is, are you just pulling over on the side of the road, or do you find like an actual like safe spot?
Probably a safe spot. We don't want to be left in the open.
Okay.
How close are we to 124?
At this point, well, what I'm saying is you are on 124.
Okay, we are on 124.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically,
and
you both hit that intersection. You were a bit, where the 253s merge into 124, and you kind of
mhm.
seen each other, or
Yeah.
they specifically.
And
see you.
124. Yeah. 124 is also a city street, right? At this point, or is it also a highway?
It's a where you would be the city street.
Okay.
It gets
Yeah,
more
so then
into
we
a
can just
highway
turn
as
down
you
a
get out of town, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll get off of 124 and go just down a side street to park and talk about why they are here.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. Yeah, so you find a place to park and have this conversation. Eliza, do you have Ren follow and pull over?
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to signal. So, very much Eliza is very hands off of like, this is Ren's adventure. This is his plan.
Okay.
I am here for backup. Like, I'm not even in the back seat. You can't even see me. That is kind of her. She wants this to be Ren's because right now she feels like if she did it, she would not do it properly.
Okay.
Also because it's a badass and he's an awesome kid.
Okay. So you're pulled over. I'm assuming everybody's getting out of cars and Ren will like wave and say hi to people and
Yeah, I guess Kia would be in the closest car, and them getting out would just be like, had no idea you were coming up. Did something happen? I would assume if something happened, you would have radioed, but something happened?
I mean, kind of. It just yeah, I mean, something did technically happen, and I thought we could join y'all and maybe help out and hopefully speed this up so we can get everybody back to Spectrum.
All right. I mean, okay, cool. Well, hopefully we're close. Chase said they recognize something about a zoo or something, and we're on the right track because of that. And like Key will turn around and look to see if Chase is coming.
Did the radio message say that we should pull over?
I mean, it did sound like that y'all were making a plan over
Okay.
the radios to pull over, so yes.
Okay, if Chase hears that the plan is to pull over, he will also go and join where everyone is off the side of the road. So yes, you would see, I think, because we were second because Deborah is playing lead navigator at the moment, but yeah, you would see Chase fairly soon.
Yeah. You'd also see like the person behind you is pulling over and the person in front of you is pulling over. So
Chase, any further recollections at this point other than the zoo?
No, just the zoo, but it does sound like there's only the one near here, so I think that's a much better lead to go off of.
Yes.
All right. I guess if our group is getting bigger, we need to move faster and see if we can get in and out and back home as quick as possible.
can I try to see if I remember if there's any like, I don't know, bigger warehouses or anything that could house as much supplies as Chase has kind of talked about?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it'd be survival.
Survival. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and my stress dice. I love holding my cat, but in this situation, not great. 1 success and no walkers.
Okay. I mean, theoretically, over here, there's a few places, including a couple of like storage unit places. You know, a couple of like construction companies that would like have something. There's also, you're getting close to where you're going to start finding like farms and private property as well that could definitely you also know that according to what Chase told you before, lake and a couple of rivers, that if you count what's it called, Duncan Creek as a river being drawn on this map, that would take you to the Glenlock Lake, which puts you farther outside of the city than you currently are. And that
So
if
based
it is,
off of like the previous.
I was going to say, and if that,
So
sorry, go ahead.
no, you go.
Basically, it puts you out more into where you're going to be more likely to find like someone's personal property that has like a warehouse or something to store these at.
Okay. So I would remember like the 3 rivers, or like that would be like the 3 rivers that Chase had described at the beginning of this day.
Right. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So basically, imagine drawn on it is the Chippewa River, the Duncan Creek, and then Glenlock Lake, and that makes up the rivers and the lake
And
that
lake.
Chase remembered being drawn on there.
Okay, Chase, we're going to private property. Does that sound right?
I think so. Yeah.
Did Lena is the name, right?
Yeah.
So then Lena had private property, or their or their house, or whatever. There?
I don't know. I don't know if it would have been theirs or like a family member's.
All right. I think we got to try there first, and then there's quite a few storage units and lockers and stuff. You know, like the garages or whatever you want to call them in town, because everybody wanted to store stuff. So We'll try there first, and then if there's nothing there, we can always just try a couple places around here. Get in and out.
Sounds like a plan.
Right. Do you need me to take lead again? Do you want me to take the back to watch for the raiders that they told us about?
I mean, it seems like you know where you're going.
Yeah.
All right. Then Mac and I will lead the caravan then.
Okay. Deborah, I'm gonna have you roll one last survival roll, and this is basically one last survival roll for tonight. Is basically to find your place, a safe place to camp for the night, as you get closer to your destination.
Can you please let me roll well? Polka dot. No, you can't. Because you're a big baby. It's a success and it's walkers.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a couple spots. I mean, you could just pull into Irvine Park. There's a school parking lot that has plenty of space for you to pull into. You could also pull into the fairgrounds.
Is the park wooded at all? To give us semi-cover?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
It has been a
I'd
long
rather-
time. It's been a long time since I've been to Irvine Park, so I believe so.
And it's also been like a full like spring season where things are getting overgrown already.
Yes.
Because there's no one to take, to trim shit down. I'd rather take semi-cover in the park than an exposed parking lot. And then I radio that to Keo as well to be like, good?
Okay.
I'm just asking because I don't know these things, but I feel like, trees provide more cover than, blacktop on our feet,
Yeah, that's certainly a thing.
All right. Let's circle up to kind of give us a layer of protection, kind of like make a square or whatever.
Mm.
Okay. You settle in for the night. We are going to do one last scene. It doesn't technically matter. Whoever would be near the radio, maybe Chase, but whoever would be near the radio will hear this first. Cersei's voice comes over the radio and says, "Cersei, to Chase. Chase, are you there?"
Do we want to say that Chase is near the radio, or does someone else want to take this first? Okay.
I can be near the radio just because I am kind of directing everybody to where they need to go.
Yeah, if you want to grab it first, go for it.
Yeah, I'll quickly grab it. Cersei, let me see what you gotta see. I'm getting this to Chase as fast as I can.
Okay. Hey, Deborah. Got a small well, I don't know if it's a small. We got a situation here in Sanctuary, and I'm kind of worried about Jonah.
What's going on with Jonah?
Jonah seems to be struggling quite a bit, but he got confirmation today that it appears Victoria's working with the Queen of the Bay in some way.
His ex-wife.
Yeah.
And then this is when I like catch up to Chase.
Hey, Deborah. Something up?
Cersei's on the phone. Something's happening. Jonah's not doing well, and his ex-wife is working with the sanctuary. That's all I've heard from Cersei as thus far.
Okay. I think I'm assuming you're still like holding the radio, right?
Yeah, you can, and I'm like holding it out to you to grab.
Okay, perfect. Then Chase will take it. Hey, Cersei, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. Hey. Yeah, as I was telling Deborah, I'm worried about Jonah. I think he wants to stay, but I'm concerned. I'm not sure it's a good idea.
He wants to stay at Sanctuary?
Yeah, I think he wants to stay for now, but I'm not sure I'm making the right call if I let him stay.
Why not?
It's just all the with the Queen of the Bay looking for him, presumably still, and Victoria Fate working with her in some capacity. I'm worried, and also I think he's kind of freaking out about it.
I mean, you can try to talk to him. I don't know. Jonah doesn't really strike me as the kind of person who, like, I think if he has his mind made up to stay, I'm not sure you're going to be able to talk him out of it, to be honest. And I think Chase is kind of looking at Deborah because she knows Jonah a little bit better than Chase does.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna be something you can convince him to not do. You might just have to keep a close eye on him.
Yeah, this is gonna sound strange, okay? Get him to sleep. And see if that helps. Because he acts irrationally and, just out of his own ass every single time he goes a couple days without sleeping. I mean, obviously you're traveling with him all the way to the sanctuary, so you could tell me right now how much sleep that man has got.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's enough.
That
You
is
don't have to
lovely.
say any words. I know exactly how much sleep he got based on that response. Okay, so just knock him the fuck out if you can for a few hours, full 8 hours, something. Jonah needs to sleep.
Right. I mean, yeah. Okay. I will make sure Jonah is taking care of himself. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Cersei. You're out there in a place that is now threatening someone you know. So, good job.
And then I think from there, for at least a little bit, Cersei like lapses in with to like some small talk with Chase, and that is where we will end for tonight. Sorry, we went over a little bit on time, but I hope everyone had a good time and all of that. We will start our outros.
I think it starts with me now. I'm not used to this. New season, new order. Hey everybody, my name is Quinn. I use any and all pronouns. I've been playing Chase, who uses he, him pronouns, who is just a little guy with lots of anxiety and lots of wonderful partners to be in his life. You can find me on Blue Sky if you want to follow me and see what else I'm doing. I'm on Blue Sky at Quinn Beckham 27. Right now, I've forgotten everything else that I'm doing other than this because I think everything I'm doing other than this is pre-recorded stuff, actually. So don't think you can find me actually live doing anything at the moment. But you can always find me here at Nerds with Dice. I am on our staff here. We've got a lot of fun stuff coming up. I'm sure I will be in. Well, oh, I'm running something next week.
I was just gonna
That's the
say
next.
I didn't want to
Oh,
interrupt you.
You're in it, Sophia. You plug that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I am running a game here next Saturday. It is Girl by Moonlight Clown Edition. So if you don't like clowns, do not show up. Content warning: clowns. That is running at noon Central. Sophia, am I correct? Correct. And if you want to see Sophia as a clown, Sophia is one of my amazing cast members for that. So that is the next thing that I will be doing live, is GMing that. And then yeah, other than that, you can find me around at Nerds with Dice a whole bunch, playing games, running, games, and also behind the scenes. If you want to run or play in a game here, you will almost certainly wind up talking to me at some point, because I sit in the background and make 25 to-do lists every week, and it's so great. And with that, I am going to pass us over to Rose.
Hello, once again, I am Rose Blossom, or just Rose for short, and I played Corvin, who's making some headway in socializing, however awkward and weird he is about it, but it's understandable. I mean, he's kind of lived under a rock. Leave him alone. um you can find me on YouTube and Blue Sky at roseblossom2468. As for other stuff I am doing, I'm actually on another show with Nerds with Dice, Fantastic Realms, with our next session being next week, Friday. You can actually find one of the cast members of this show, Synthetic or Sin, as the GM for Fantastic Realms. Um, Other than that, there's actually another show you can find both them and me on as part of the cast. Breaking Neon over with Rollers Joint. We'll be meeting the second, if I'm thinking correctly, no, actually I think it's either the first or second month of May. Uh, I'll have to fact check that. But yeah, one of those. So expect that. And I'll hand that over to Natalie. Sorry.
Yeah. So hi everybody, I'm Natalie, and I was playing Kia, our delightful, also other awkward individual who also tries responsibility over at the Coziest Trauma Corner. And then upcoming on Friday, I'll be in a game of Call of Cthulhu with Greater Restoration and to benefit Take This. And we're doing a road trip. So see what a Call of Cthulhu road trip in 1920s will be like noon Eastern time over there on Greater Restoration. But otherwise, just follow me. I am mainly on Blue Sky, but you can find me as Ghost Candle just about everywhere. So follow me for what I'm doing, other things. I'm going to throw it on over to Mary.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mary. I've been playing Eliza, and we both use she, her pronouns. Where you can find me online at the Nerd on Wheels everywhere on social media. Coming up for me, Sundays, you can find me in the mornings on Pocket Dragon Pub for Fabric of the Universe. It is a orbital blues campaign where a bunch of bounty hunters are trying to survive in space, very much inspired by Cowboy Bebop, and expect all the music puns. Then that night, I have somehow found a way to duplicate myself. And you can find me in two places on Sunday nights. It will be most Sunday nights. We're actually taking this week off, but you can find me back here for Rocket Club, and then you can also find me on other channel Other Doc for our second season of Lords of Gossamer and Shadow, which is a spiritual successor to Amber Diceless. We've been told it is the coziest game of Amber Diceless that everyone has ever seen. So if you want to see the cozy nature of a Arthurian sci-fi world that we are currently in, go and check that out. And of course, you can find me back here Thursdays running Vessa and the Morgan Society, a mythic Ireland Vesson campaign set in 19th century Ireland, where rebellion is brewing, and our investigators are secretly double agents trying to reestablish Ireland's own secret society to help Vesson. And then I will pass it back to Merm.
That's me. Hi, everybody. My name is Merm. I use they, she pronouns, and tonight I've been playing Deborah Kisnowski, who uses she, her pronouns. Okay, got a lot of stuff. Here we go. Every other Sunday, you can find me on the Tabletop Misfits channel, where I will be playing the yellow Power Daddy, because it's not Power Rangers right now, we're Power Daddies, because there was a time shift incident and Rangers and Daddies have been switched, and now we're the Power Daddies. Haha, I love that. On Mondays, oh my gosh, I should not have it put in a mint in my mouth. On Mondays, you can find me at Reflect Games, where we're doing the Worm Rider saga, where I'm playing a Dragon Rider, and right now we're doing a hex crawl to our next big test. And we have cute little dragons that we have, and they're going to grow into big dragons. I'm so excited! On Tuesdays, every other Tuesday, you can find me on the Looking for Mom channel, where I'm playing a 5'10" stone toddler who's still learning how to speak, because we just found out that it's an ancient being and a masterwork from the original creation of this world. So that's super fun, but I have zero memories of the last century plus. So that's fun. And then on the other Tuesdays, you can find me on the Bad Ideas channel, where I play a very tall Samoan woman named Pele in the middle of the apocalypse. We just did a fun roller derby X basketball game where we absolutely annihilated our opponents in murder ball, though nobody was murdered, which I think was pretty great. And then every other Friday, you can find me here at Nerds with Dice on Fantastic Realms, with Rose and previously mentioned Sin, where I play Akka, a cute little fiendish little guy, actually angsty guy. I love that. And then you can find me back here every other Saturday, and I got a bunch of stuff in the works and stuff. So yeah. Oh, and then this last week on Tuesday, I published my very first chapbook and physical thing.
Big Blair.
Sophia has a copy of it, so incredibly nice to have purchased it. I sent it out because it's being sold through my job working at a bookstore, also being printed at the bookstore. So on my Blue Sky and my Instagram, you'll find everything in posts and in my bio. You can also support me on Ko-Fi, where you can get the e-copy of it. And yeah, the original printing of that, which was 20 of them, they're all individual and one of a kind. There's only 2 copies left, which is incredible that I sold 18 copies in less than a week. I'm very, very proud of my work, and I had a photo shoot for what's next, so I'm very excited about that. Yeah. That's me. I think that's everything. Follow me on Blue Sky and Instagram at Merm with 3 R's. It's MIRRM. There's 3 R's in that. And you can find out all the fun things that I'm doing. So, yeah. And Sophia.
Amazing. Hi, I'm Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, we. I've been your storyteller tonight, and yeah, I will be your storyteller next week when we catch up with Jonah and Group 2. I don't have a better name for them. Y'all are just Group 1 and Group 2. Yeah, we'll catch up with them. You follow me at Nerdy Teddy on Blue Sky, where you'll keep up if I am playing games in games. Next Saturday of this fun Girl by Moonlight Clown World that we'll all be jumping into. You can come see me play Clown Oracle Van. I don't know really what to tell you. Del met Dell's boyfriend at an intro to clown ethics. So, like, if you want to sneak peek at what like weird things are happening in this world, and then come join us for that. Otherwise, Nerds with Dice itself has quite a few things still happening. We have the Morrigan Society. We have Fantastic Realms both this week. That's Thursday and Friday. Starting in May, we'll have some Lancer and Fabula Ultima for you. And keep your eyes out for those June Pride casting calls really, really soon. Otherwise, we are going to end for tonight, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Asterix, wave asterix.